Hey, algebra students, in this lesson, we are going to be working with special products of binomials. What does that mean exactly? Well, we learned how to multiply two binomials together by distributing everything. We distributed the first number to the first number in the second, the first number in the first to the second number in the second number in the first to the first number in the second, the second number in the first to the second number in the second. And that was called the FOIL process. And we would make sure that we multiplied every number by every number. Well, it turns out that some binomials are really, really easy to multiply together. And those are binomials where the first number, the first binomial, is actually multiplying itself, where the first binomial is multiplying itself, except there's a minus sign in it, and where we have two binomials that have the same numbers a and b. The only difference is that one of them has a plus and one of them has a minus. Okay, so this is one of, again, like there's been several of these in a row now where I'm explaining the lesson, but it's going to be a lot easier when we're actually working with the practice problems in this lesson. So up here, there's some examples. If we have x plus 5 squared, so it's x plus 5 times x plus 5. That's the key. It's not like, I don't like the squared notation here. This is a lot easier to understand if you look at it as x plus 5 times x plus 5. This is always going to work out the same way. Okay, so I could do FOIL on this, but it's going to take extra time. Instead of FOILing this, I could just follow this pattern. It's going to be the first number squared plus 2 times the first number times the second number. 2 times x times 5 is going to go in the middle, plus the second number squared. 5 times 5 is 25. Now, if I would have FOILed this, what would it have been? X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. This 5 times x would be 5x. So it's going to be 5x plus 5x or 10x. Plus 5 times 5 is 25. Foiling this would give me the same results, but following the special pattern gives me a quicker result. And that's what this is all about. 2x minus 4 times 2x minus 4 is going to be the first term squared. That's going to be 4x squared. Plus 2 times the first term times the second term. Now, notice I said plus even though it's minus. You could do it with a minus, or you could treat the first term as 2x and the second term as negative 4. It doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you have a minus sign here. So 2 times 2x is 4x, times 4 is 16x, so it's going to be minus 16x. And then the last term is always positive because we're going to be multiplying negative 4 times negative 4, which is plus 16. All right, then the real easy one is if we multiply a sum times a difference, okay? 3x minus 2 times 3x plus 2, or 3x plus 2 times 3x minus 2. And what this is going to turn into is the first term squared minus the last term squared. And the reason that works out that way is, like, if I did FOIL, I would have 3x times 2 minus 3x times 2. So the other term, just the middle term, just cancels out. It always cancels out in these. So the way this is going to turn out is 9x squared, the first term squared, minus the second term squared. 9x squared minus 4. All right, let's just dive right into some practice problems here. And my goal here is going to be speed. Let's see if we can work these quickly. So letter A, x plus 9 squared. Well, it's just going to be the first term squared. Okay, so x squared plus 2 times the first term times the second term. 2x times 9 is 18x, plus the last term squared. It should be x squared plus 18x plus 81. Bam. Let's do letter B. Here, same thing. 3x squared is going to be 3x, that term squared, is going to be 9x squared. Okay. Plus 2 times the first term, that's 6x, times the second term, that's 6x times 5 is 30x, plus the last term squared, 25. Let's just make sure we got that one right. Bam. Letter C. I'm just following patterns here. All right, but now we have a minus sign in between. That's the only difference. It's going to be the exact same pattern. It's just I'm going to have a minus after the first term. So the first term squared is going to be x squared minus 2 times the first term times the second term. 2 times x times 1 is just 2x, plus the last term squared. Well, 1 squared is just 1. Let's see if we got this one right. There it is. Letter D. This one's going to be the first term squared minus 2 times the first term times the second term plus the last term squared. Again, doesn't matter why I'm doing this. Well, I'm just doing FOIL, except I'm doing a shortcut to FOIL because I'm just following a pattern. That's it. You can mindlessly follow a pattern here. The first term squared, 8x squared, is going to be, let's see, remember it's 8x in parentheses squared, so it's going to be 64x squared is the term. Okay, 64x squared. Minus, because there's a minus sign in here, 2 times the first term. 2 times 8x is 16x, times the second term. 16 times 4, what is 16 times 4? Is that 90? Hold on. I need a calculator for this one because I don't remember. Oh boy, would it have sped me up if I could just remember 16 times 6. 16 times 6 is 96. Did I say 16 times 4? I meant 16 times 6. I think that's why I messed that one up. So it's 96x. So 2 times the first term, 16x, times the second term, which is 96x. And then plus 6 times 6 is 36. All right, let's make sure I got this one right. There it is. Letter E. Again, I'm just following the pattern. This is the easy pattern. X plus 8, x minus 8. It's just the first term squared minus the second term squared. X squared minus the second term is 8, so minus 64. We call that the difference of two squares because it's one square minus a second square. One perfect square minus a second perfect square. All right, here again, pattern, pattern, pattern. This is just going to be the first, because it's this pattern, it's a number plus a number minus a number, and they're the same numbers. So it's just going to be the first term squared, 9x squared, is 3x squared, all right? And then minus the second term squared, 4. All right, letter G actually turns the tables just a little bit. This is not an easy question, but it becomes an easy question if we just think about it. Use mental math to find 28 squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask myself, what number is closest to 28? 30. 28 is actually 30 minus 2. Would it be possible for us to square 30 minus 2? I wonder if we could do this and not have to use a calculator for this. Okay, so this is going to be 30 squared minus 2 times 30 times 2 plus 2 squared. So 30 squared is 900 minus 2 times 30 is 60 times 2 is 120. And then we're going to do plus 4. So 90 minus 120 plus 4, I could do that in my head. 900 minus 120, I mean, 900 minus 120 is 780, plus 4 is 784. Could it be that 28 squared is 784? Let's find out. Yes. Wow, that was really actually easy. Hey, I just realized I forgot to uncover these ones, but I was right on those two. All right, this is actually really easy, isn't it? And isn't this interesting that it makes it easy to find these difficult products? 58 times 62. Well, 58 is actually 60 minus 2, right? And 62 is 60 plus 2. I wonder if we could just multiply these together easily using our patterns from up above. Well, this is going to be the first number squared. So 60 times 60. 60 squared is 360. 3,600. I missed a zero there. 3,600. And then I don't have to worry about the middle number on this one, remember. Minus 4, minus the second number squared. 3,600 minus 4 is 3,596. Wow, if this works, think of how many friends you could impress at parties. Look at that. All right, and then finally, letter I. By the way, don't try that at parties. Hey guys, you want to see me do some mental math? it probably won't work out the way you want it to. George is pouring a rectangular cement slab for his house. The length is x minus 6 and the width is x plus 6. Find the area of his new slab. Well, it's going to be x minus 6 times x plus 6. That's a special product. That's going to be the first number squared, x squared, and then minus the second number squared, 36. Let's see if we got that one right. There it is. So do you see how easy this is? It is not difficult to find these special products. You can do numbers 1 through 30 for next time.